Hello Saab lovers, Hunrider here, back with another video, and in this one I thought that I should talk to you about the seats in my Saab 9000. As you guys already know, or probably know, my Saab 9000 has a leather interior which is pretty well preserved, but I think that it's also important to give you some feedback about how good these seats are. I do like the fact that they're similar to the seats found in the new Volvo XC90, which are some of the best seats out there design wise, at least. I do like that they have this slim profile, and don't get me wrong, I do like some big bulky seats that are out there, and Mercedes S-Class, I'm looking at you. But for this car, these IKEA, these typical Swedish designed seats are way better suited, in my opinion. Let's start with the headrests. So once again, an iconic Swedish design and an iconic Saab design. Their shape is pretty ergonomical, although for my height, and that is 186 centimeters, or roughly I guess 6 foot 2 or 6 foot 3, something like that, they could have been a little bit taller. I do like that they have this patch on which it says Elmo leather, and down below exclusively made for Saab. It's a very nice touch, and it's also comparable to the Swedish flag that is positioned somewhere along this area on the seats of the Volvo XC90. Moving on to the side support that these seats offer, it has to be said that although in this area the side supports are pretty okay, the lack of side support on the lower side of the seats ruins everything. So this is not a sporty car. This is the naturally aspirated version of the Saab 9000. So the naturally aspirated 2.3 liter engine, which makes about 150 horsepower, so it's not a real quick car, and the suspensions do show that they're 24 years old. So yeah, I'm not tempted all the time to thrash this car and to throw it around corners, but you know, sometimes you want to corner a little bit harder even in this car, and once again the lack of side support on the lower side of the seats means that you will be thrown around. The driver is the only lucky person because he needs to hold on to the steering wheel, so he won't feel the lack of side support that much. But in any case, the seats are not very good in this area. They're pretty comfortable, so I've done some longer drives, and generally the seats have been comfortable. Okay, moving on, let's see how you can set up your seats. So you can control the height of the seats with this lever. You pull this part, and if you lift it, the seats lift. So this is how you adjust the height, and if you push downward, then you lower the seat. You can set the angle of the backrest via this knob, so pretty classic solution. Yeah, my seats have no electrical adjustment and no memory functions. Who knows, maybe in the future if I'll buy a car for parts, a donor car, maybe I'm lucky enough to get one with electric seats and with the seats with the memory functions, and maybe I'll swap these out. Moving forward, there's also this lever, and with this you adjust the height of the front part of the seat. These seats are old, so maybe you won't be able to notice big movements, but when I put the lever in the upmost position, I really like the way the seat holds my feet just below the knees, and I do have to say that this is a very comfortable sitting position for me with this lever set to the highest position. There's also lumbar support, and you control the lumbar support with this wheel, with this knob. On my car, unfortunately, the lumbar support works pretty shadily, or it's pretty shady. Right now I managed to set it in its maximum position, so this side moves, and now it is as out as possible, so in this moment it provides me the best lumbar support, so I try not to fiddle with it. And yeah, so basically these would be the front seats and all the settings that they have. I accidentally discovered a very nice feature, in my opinion. I've noticed at night time when I switch on the lights that also these attaching points, or how should I call them, so these slots where you push the seat belt in, these are illuminated. Unfortunately, they're only illuminated at the front, or maybe in the back there's a problem with the light bulbs, but it's a very nice touch. So these are not hidden in any case, but and you can find them easily, but you know that the discrete lighting is a very nice touch. Okay, moving on to the back side of the car. Unfortunately, you guys, okay, now can the back seats be seen, or maybe not. Anyway, I hope that you can distinguish at least the general shape of the back seats. So 3 persons can travel in the car. There is this handrest which can be raised, and a third person does have some space, but as you can see it is not optimal, because here you have the left side seat, and this is the middle one, and there is the right side, and you can clearly see that this third spot is, or should be, used for emergencies only. Let me just lower this handrest back down. So yeah, lateral support is also non-existent, but I think that the angle of the lower side is steeper, so you sit a little bit more reclined, and I think that for 2 persons the back seats are comfortable. There is enough legroom in my opinion, and also the headrests are pretty good, although not as elegant like the headrests found on the front seats. So yeah, these would be the seating options in my Saab 9000. Once again, I'm sorry that the back seats are not that visible. Once again, it was a long day. Focus, motherfucker. It was a long day, and sometimes I only can film at night. Do observe that I have wunderbaums all over the car, and yeah, if some of you guys have a Saab 9000 Aero or Aero or whatever the fuck you pronounce it, please do make a video response. So those seats are way bulkier, but they do have ample side support, lateral support, and I'd be really curious how those seats are because they look pretty good. So yeah, guys, these are the seats in my Saab 9000. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you in the next one.